I'm going to share some important information, some strategies and suggestions that you can start to implement immediately to help you to become magnetic to attracting your perfect relationship. You might want to have a pen and paper handy so that you can take some notes. My object is to really try to move as many people as I can towards having a successful relationship, because it's a wonderful part of life. And in my view, it is really what can take your life from being black and white to glorious technicolor. You know, when you have that special person in your life who you're walking side by side with, that companion, that intimacy, that sharing in a healthy way, where there is learning between the two of you, where there is peace between the two of you, then that is what makes life complete, in my view. How much discomfort is your current relationship situation or lack of relationship giving you? If you really, you've got a lot of discomfort about it, you've maybe had some breakups or you've been feeling lonely, how much discomfort are you in at the moment in your relationship situation? Maybe you're in a relationship that's not working for you. Maybe you have no relationship with somebody. Maybe you've had lots of relationships. Maybe you're feeling lonely. Maybe you're just completely fed up. You don't know how to date. Maybe you've come out of a long marriage. People who are younger have different needs than people who are older. And I have people who I am with, who are in my program, who are in their early 20s, right up to people who are my own age. So there is, I seem to cover the whole spectrum. What is your level of commitment to changing this situation for you? What is your level of commitment to changing your relationship situation? Relationships are challenging. They do bring up our emotional stuff. And you could be in your early 20s and never have had a relationship yet, and be finding that time of beginning to go out and date and know how to meet other people can be very scary when you've not done it. Or you could be also somebody who has had maybe one or two failed relationships, and then that you're going to be hitting a lot of emotional resistance as you go into a relationship. And this is very common for all people. It doesn't necessarily mean there's been anything wrong with you, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go and do 20 years of therapy. But, we hit walls of resistance as we are growing as human beings. And when you go into a relationship, that's one of the biggest areas of personal growth that there is. You want to really expand and develop yourself as a human being, get into a relationship, and a live relationship, not just a show relationship, or a relationship, just a real equal, full-on, vital, happy, relationship where you're growing together, where you love each other, where you talk about things together, where you want to have a family together, or you're involved in various projects together, or you travel together. That's when our emotional stuff can really come up. And that's why I ask you that question of, between 1 and 10, where are you on that scale? And there's a lot of exercises that you can do to help you move through those difficult times. When all of our emotions come up, you come up against a whole lot of emotional feelings and intensity as you're getting closer with the other person. Have you had that experience? It's almost like sometimes the more love we let into our lives, the more resistance we can find, because the feelings get stronger, and it's like we're opening our heart. We have to open ourselves to vulnerability, because in order to love, we have to open our heart. We have to allow somebody into our life. We have to trust. So yes, your level of commitment, which is why I ask that question, is a really important indication of how successful you're going to be in having a relationship that lasts. Because sometimes, you know, when things are really challenging, that's all you've got left. It's like you can't find that the reasons that you originally got together with somebody, you know, you can't find those reasons. You can't remember the love that you first felt in the beginning, when lots of things are happening and things are challenging. You know, maybe you've got challenges in your families, or, you know, with your economical situation, your financial situation, and there are strains on a relationship. Sometimes then that commitment, which is why I ask you that question at the beginning of what is your level of commitment? Are you going to really walk the walk and continue to walk the walk, both to find that person, to do what you need to do within yourself so that you become that magnetic, energetic person? Because one of the things I would say to you is that in order to meet your perfect partner, the perfect relationship for you, you need to be that perfect person. And that's one of the things that I like to get into with people, is how to raise your level in lots of different, on all the different aspects of a relationship. Over the years, I have invested a lot of my own time and training in, because I so wanted to have a good relationship. That was my level of commitment, was really high. And I recognized how blissful, how fulfilling, how joyful and fun a relationship can be, and how it's potentially one of the most meaningful experiences that we can have as human beings, and one of the most profound places for self-development. So I was really willing to walk the walk and go the extra miles. And as I said, I studied psychology, and I then went on to learn about various other aspects of metaphysics and emotional development, inner child healing, and lots of different levels to this. And I went on to develop my own ideas of what ingredients are necessary.